Katrio castle or palace in Tallinn, Estonia. Arriving in Tallinn, Estonia from London via Wizz Air. Tallinn, Estonia's capital on the Baltic Sea, is the country's cultural hub. It retains its old, cobblestoned old town, home to cafes and shops, as well as the Kiek, a 15th century defensive tower. Its Gothic Town Hall, built in the 13th century and with a 64-meter high tower, sits in historic Tallinn's main square. St. Nicholas Church is a 13th century landmark exhibiting ecclesiastical art. Tallinn is a medieval gem on the coast of the Baltic Sea. The heart of the city, the old town, has been under UNESCO World Heritage Protection since 1997. Tallinn Old Town in Estonian is called Tallinna Vanalinn, is the oldest part of Tallinn, Estonia. Old Town of Tallinn has managed to wholly preserve its structure of medieval and Hanseatic origin. Old Town represents an exceptionally intact 13th century city plan. Since 1997, the area has been registered in the UNESCO World Heritage List. The Old Town is bordered by the walls of Tallinn. Its area is 113 hectares and there is a buffer zone of 2,253 hectares. Tallinn is definitely one of my favorite cities in Europe. It's clean, affordable, safe, relatively compact, has tons of history and culture, fantastic food, and loads of quirky, fun bars and cafes. At the very center, Tallinn Old Town is one of the best preserved medieval cities in the world. Tallinn's Old Town is incredibly atmospheric, with beautiful old buildings, cobbled streets, and ancient city walls. The skyline, punctuated by castle towers and old church spires, looks like something straight out of the fairy tale. Much of the historic center dates from the 13th century. Wandering through the winding alleyways and back streets feels like you've stepped back in time. Tallinn Old Town is every bit as impressive as Prague, and I'd say even more atmospheric, with a fraction of the number of tourists. While it's currently still something of a hidden gem, people are slowly starting to discover this place. Come soon before everyone does. Mesitorn is a museum in a unique medieval tower. The top level offers the greatest views of the town and can be used for events and seminars for up to 20 people. In the summer season, direct access to the neighboring Kiek, the Cook, Cannon Tower, and the famous Bastion tunnels. There's also an auditorium in the underground of the ground floor that seats 25 to 50 guests depending on the arrangement. In front of the Maiden Tower, the story of the city of Tallinn began in the summer of 1219. Engaged in fierce and glorious battles to defend the city in 1577, the tower later was turned into an apartment house, a home for important people and a studio for artists. In 1970s, the tower was restored. 1980, a popular cafe was opened in the building, and in 2013, the museum was opened. This is Tallinn Old Town in Tallinn, Estonia. This is my hotel where I stayed in Tallinn. Cobblestones of Tallinn Old Town. You may have heard that Tallinn is called the Lame City. This is due to the fact that in each historic center there are two streets, Pikjald and Lohiki Jald, which in English means long and short leg respectively. Both are now entirely pedestrian zones. Both have important historical significance. The main attraction of Street Lohiki Jald is one of the two surviving towers in Tallinn. It is located at the intersection with Pikjald Street at the very top of the long staircase. It is worth noting that the second tower is located at the beginning of Pikjald Street. In the Middle Ages, there were gates that were locked tightly after 9 o'clock in the evening, and their main purpose was to provide security for workers who were afraid of nighty adventurers. The historical flower market is located near the Barrow Gates. The market covers a whole street section near the Old Town, making it a unique site and a very popular one among both locals and tourists all year round. The 14 sale stalls have been completely renovated. These modern stalls are located on an area of about 100 meters between the Barrow Roundabout and the Barrow Tower. Cut flowers are sold them both in winter and summer. The large selection of flowers is both fresh and affordable. Katrio Palace was founded by Russian Tsar Peter I in 1718. The palace was named Katrio, Katerinthal in German, in honor of his wife Catherine I. The palace, designed by Italian architect Nicola Mechidi, with its magnificent main hall, is one of the most beautiful examples of Baroque architecture in Estonia and in Northern Europe as a whole. The lovely Roman Baroque palace is surrounded by a garden of fountains, hedges, and flower beds, modeled on Versailles. Good to know, the palace houses the Katrio Art Museum, which exhibits Estonian art museums collection and foreign art, Western European and Russian art from the 16th to the 20th century. This spectacular onion-domed structure, perched atop Trompia Hill, is Estonia's main Russian Orthodox Cathedral. It's also by far the grandest, most opulent Orthodox church in Tallinn. Museum Nisitorn Tani Kuninga Aid